What is going on, guys? It is your boy Franz, and we are officially back, baby. We're officially back in the apartment here in South Carolina, back at the setup where we get all those prize picks out for you guys. I'm really excited to be back in the crib here. We're gonna have two full six-man slates because obviously you can see, guys, we do have this cheeky promo. We're going to get a free six-man entry in as well, so we do love to see that. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. My name is Fraunz. I cover a ton of stuff on Call of Duty, and I'm also, venturing into other games. I like to stream a lot of Minecraft here, so we'll probably get a stream up later tonight. You can come discuss some of these picks with me. We'll all just be hanging out in chat, just talking about life, talking about, COD, talking about whatever you want. So yeah, it'll be a really good time tonight, but I did want to get this YouTube video out for you guys. I did just fly in last night, and we are officially back in the setup so we can start knocking out these picks for you guys. It was kind of rough during Major 5. We had to do the picks from our Discord. If you aren't in our Discord yet already, I do post a lot of picks on there as well, and just a lot of updates about me and my life and what I've been up to. So I'm really excited to be back in the setup here, and this whole summer, really these next 3 months, we're going to be hitting the streams hard. It's going to be our main focus, so there won't be as much YouTube content, but come on over to a couple of our Twitch streams. That's a lot of where we'll be. Trying to get a good schedule molded out for you guys right now. I don't have that up just yet, but once we have a really solid schedule, I'm thinking around 5 to 6 times a week. We're going to be hitting it pretty hard this summer, so I'm really excited about that. We're finally here in the setup, getting settled into the new apartment, which is great. And we're going to jump into these picks right away. I know that's why everyone is here for these six-man pick entries. It is, something I love to do. I love putting all six in, trying to get that 25 times payout. That's the key to these six-man entries, is you got to get 6 out of 6, but then you're looking at a 25 times payout, which is absolutely insane. Once again, guys, if you are just joining us, my name is Franz. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this prize picks discussion we love having every single Wednesday when the matches do start, usually on those Thursday or Friday. Unfortunately, this is COD Champs, so this will be the final week of matches, and then we're going to venture into some other games, do some other content, maybe some other YouTube content, but we'll mainly obviously be focused on that Twitch stream. So for this 8-man, we have, I think, 8 teams on this slate tonight. Obviously, there are going to be 4 matches tomorrow, the first round matches. It's going to be a lot of feelers, guys, because I wasn't really too confident in a lot of going off of Major 5 stats. That's not really what I want to do. Usually, there is a huge recent bias when you're looking at COD stats because it's obviously always changing. However, when it is down to COD Champs, it's going to be all feelers, man. It's literally your prediction, what you think's going to happen, what you think, who's going to perform, who's going to underperform, just all those little nuances that Call of Duty has. I mean, you could have a player like Skies. Obviously, he's a wonderful player, but I mean, he is the slower AR on the team. He usually is just picking up hill time, or he's either locking down a certain part of the map. So his kills are usually very influential, but he doesn't usually drop these 30 to 35 bombs like Hydra, tends to do. So that's another thing to think about. That's why the lines are constantly different. I'm going to just walk through my 6-man picks. We're going to have 2 6-man pick entries, so obviously it's going to be a lot of content, a lot of picks to go through, so we're going to try to get them done pretty quick so this video isn't too long for you guys. I do like to talk about COD a lot, so I'll try to move it along here and we can get going. I'm going to start off. First thing I was thinking, guys, I was thinking a lot of map 1 to 3 kills. We're going to be hitting a lot of map 1 to 3 kills and then a couple map 2 kill picks. The reason being is it's really, really hard to predict right on the map, especially when we don't have the map set the day before. Usually on our Discord, we do like to post a couple 2-man plays for a map that I see oh my god, this map, this person always plays well on it, or they always, drop an absolute stinker. So when I see those, I'll try to drop some 2-mans throughout the weekend up on the Discord. However, for the most part, I like to ride those 6-mans that I choose the night before. It's just kind of the way I like to bet, and we go for the 25 times. I know a lot of other people like the 25 times. Some people are like, you should just do 2-mans and, work your way up with money. I mean, either way is great, but I feel like if you hit even just 1 6-man a month, I mean, you're getting 25 times. You're getting basically rent that month if you just hit 1 a month. And we've done pretty consistent with that. If you go back in some later videos, we have hit a couple 6-mans in the past. We've also hit a lot of 5 out of 6. We've been 1 kill off on a couple of them, which are absolute heartbreakers. But yeah, we do a pretty good job with these 6-man. So let's jump right into it. We're thinking map 1 to 3 kills and a lot of map 2 kill picks. I'm going to start off with my free entry. This will be my free entry pick here, guys. Cheeky little 6-man starting off with Hydra on the over map 1 to 3 kills. I think this one's pretty obvious, guys. He is in the running for MVP. If he didn't already, I don't know if they've announced that yet, but Hydra's been that guy. He's been that guy for New York, and with this Dirty Work sub and Kismet, I personally think that Kismet is the best Dirty Work sub in the game. Like, he opens up lanes, he opens up the map for Hydra to do whatever he wants. He's just constantly in great positions so that Hydra's able to pick up those 2 and 3 pieces that he does. So that's why I love this sub duo and I love Hydra on this map 1 to 3 kills. I know 57.5 is an insane line, but we're gonna take it here at 57.5 because that's what they're giving us, and we have to take Hydra in a pick. If you don't take Hydra in the map 1 to 3 kills, I would take him in a map 2 kills. He has been destroying in that game mode as well. So maybe look at that one. That could be your pick, man. We're going to skip Minnesota for now. I don't love doing a lot of Minnesota picks, especially when I don't really know how they're going to play in this matchup. I do have New York taking this round 1. However, these teams have a lot of time to prepare for each other. Like, they have a good 2.5 weeks they've had to really prepare for this exact team they're going up against. So that's why you might want to not look at some unders. I might take an under here in my second pick or my second 6-man entry for Minnesota. However, in this first one, I'm not going to look at any Minnesota picks because, if you take an over, they might not hit because New York comes out firing, or if you take an under, then maybe they do play well and they square up on one of these map 1 or map 3 kills, and then your kills are so fluctuated, you're losing that bet probably. So that's why we're going to avoid the Minnesota for now. Go on down to this Seattle team. I don't even think we have a Atlanta pick in this one also. So we're going to be skipping Atlanta and Minnesota, and we're going to go straight down to a map 2 kills, and we're going to take the under on Mac. I know it's a very, very low line at just 6 kills. However, guys, this is similar with Kismet, that Dirty Work sub player. However, he just hasn't been playing up to standards because that's not really Mac's natural role. Mac likes to be that slayer on the team, but with guys like Pred and Sib, who the team's really built around those two guys, they're the guys that are supposed to be getting the most kills on the map, and Mac is usually playing those positioning roles where he's the first one to jump out and get blooded right away. That's kind of his role on the team right now. I know his stats have been looking abysmal, and that's kind of the reason why they have. And then also in S&D, I think his past 4 out of 5 S&Ds, he just hasn't been performing whatsoever. We're gonna look at a Mac map 2 kills on the under. Obviously going up against the best S&D team in Atlanta FaZe, or one of the best. I know they had a little bit of a struggle against New York in Major 5. However, this is champs, so we do expect them to turn up in S&D. We're gonna go Mac under in the map 2 kills, and we will move on from there. Guys, next up, we are going to look at map 1 to 3 kills. I'm going to avoid the submachine guns, although I do think they're going to play well here for Optic Texas. We're going to go straight to our AR, our really, really solid lock and dash. Yeah, I feel like this guy is always performing in that AR role. He is the AR slayer for this team. Ghosty is that hill kitten, as they call him. He's just sitting in hills, soaking up the time, not getting as many kills, not really as active on the map, but he is great at those positioning marks. So we might look at a Ghosty under here in our next pick, our next 6-man entry. But for this 6-man entry, we're going to take our boy Dashy on an over. Moving on from there, guys, we're keeping it rolling, guys. I really, really was interested that Snoopy's line was at 53.5, the newest SMG for this team. He's just coming in to play COD Champs. I think it's an insane choice by Boston. I've not been really understanding of what this Boston management is really doing with this team. Like, they've constantly switched roles. I feel like every single roster switch, every single roster change they're doing has not looked great for them. And here's another one. They just bring in a rookie player. I mean, obviously he's playing in challengers, but a rookie in the CDL. They bring him in for the most important tournament of the year. I really don't understand that. If you're gonna bring anybody in, you bring in Doug Sensor Martin, the guy who's won championships, guy who's won a world championship. That's who you bring in. You do not bring in a rookie player. Like, it doesn't add up in my brain why they would bring in Snoopy. And I was looking at some of his, some of his gameplay, and it's not anything impressive. I mean, he gets, some cheeky three pieces like any solid SMG should, but like there's nothing really impressive about this guy. I personally think he's going to fold against Optic Texas. I don't see him, hitting this mark of 53.5 in three maps. Obviously, you have Kremp there, who has been that slayer for this team as well. Now you have two rookie SMGs taking on the likes of Shotzi and Hook. I just really think this one's going to be very one-sided, and you might honestly see a lot of the SMGs go under because it is so one-sided. That's kind of the reason why we're going to take Snoopy under there on the map 1 to 3 kills. Moving on from there, guys, trying to keep it, below a certain time frame. I know we're probably going to go over, but we're moving on here. Next up, guys, is going to be our boy Kleenex. I do expect this Toronto LAT match to be an absolute banger. I know Toronto has had the leg up. I think they're like 4-1 in this matchup against LAT, but obviously this is champs. I think it's going to be a close series. Even if Toronto does take it, that boy Kleenex is our guy to start shredding in the SMG role. I think there's going to be a really, really good matchup against Kleenex and Envoy in this one. I do think I have Envoy in our next six-man pick. Not in this one, but in the next one I think we're going to talk about Envoy. So yeah, I do love Kleenex here. You could look at a Scraps here, although he didn't really play well towards the latter half of the Major 5. I wasn't really too sure what was going on there, so I'm going for more of the veteran leader, the veteran SMG on this team. And Kleenex, I do expect him to have an absolute banger showing here in the SMG role, especially up against their, kind of one of their rivals in LAT, obviously. So obviously, two of the top 5 teams going head-to-head. This is the only one that's really hard to predict. Obviously, I have Optic taking Boston here. Atlanta going to smoke Seattle. That's pretty much a given. And then I do have New York taking Minnesota. So this is really the only one that's really that hard to predict on who's going to actually take it. I do think Toronto will end up taking it. However, I do think it'll be a very close series. Obviously, because of LAT's S&D is kind of the reason why it could be very close. Draza, obviously, in that map 2 kills. We're going to take him. This is the guy on this team that just grinds S&D 8s. All he does is grind S&D 8s. That's just kind of his move right now. Is just all S&D 8s, all just, getting better in that game mode, and it's really showed. I mean, his numbers in this game mode in S&D has been insane recently. He's been putting up great numbers. So we're going to take Draza on that map 2 kills, and this is going to be our first 6-man, guys. I'm going to place that entry real quick. It's our free entry. You gotta love it. You gotta love getting maybe the free 125 if we do end up hitting the 6. But this is where it comes down to business, guys. It is going to be our 6-man pick for more than just $5. Obviously, that one is the $5 free pick entry, and we will get times 25, obviously meaning that it will be $125 if we do end up hitting it. But for this one, we're probably going to drop around $40, maybe $50 for this next one. Not really too sure. I got 80 in the bank right now. We are chilling. But yeah, let's jump into it. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Priesta here on the under in map 2 kills. I've been seeing a lot of tweets about people running this in their 6-man. I was like, I might ride it with them. I was looking at Priesta's stats. They are a little bit lower on the S&D side of things. Mainly these ARs are kind of lower on the S&D side of things, and it's because obviously Hydra, obviously Kismet, 2 S&D stars for this team. Hydra maybe the best S&D player this season. He's obviously soaking up a lot of kills. You could look at him on an over, but I'm going to take Priesta here on the under because obviously we took Hydra in the last 6-man, so we will look at Priesta here. I do feel good about this one, and we are going to take the under for Priesta on that. These are all gut feelings, though, guys. We are going for the gut on this one. I mean, I have been looking at stats in my free time and looking at, some decent players to check out. However, it is going to be, a real gut feeling. I haven't missed a single COD match in I don't know how long. I've been watching this entire year. I've watched entire last year, the year before. I mean, I've been watching COD for a very, very long time. So these are just my straight up gut feelings. And I do think I know my stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get done here. Next up, guys, we're going to take Attach here. Attach on the map 1 kills, and we're going to go the under. This is the only play that I'm kind of worried about. I might switch it to a map 1 to 3 kills and maybe look at Maybe attach here on the map 1 to 3 kills. The reason I'm going just map 1 though is a lot of attaches map 1s, he just kind of starts off slow. And if we get like a Mercado hard point, maybe a Fortress, where it's just kind of closer quarters, a lot of SMG play, and not necessarily a lot of kills left up on the map for people, I think this could definitely go through. I've seen attach really hit the under in a lot of these early map 1 kill, or these early map 1s, and mainly Minnesota in general just has a slower start to a lot of these series. They are kind of well known for going down 2-0 in a lot of series. So we're going to take attach here on the map 1 kills, and this is the guy on the team who likes to play the positioning, sort of like that Skies player, also like kind of like an insight player who just plays the positions, plays the hill time, you know, always doing like the right play for the team, but it doesn't necessarily yield kills. So gonna go under for attach here. I do like this line at 21.5. It is a little bit low, but I'm hoping this one can come through. It is a risky play. However, I do think we need to get at least one Minnesota play in there. I'm not going to look at Bance here. I do think Bance and Fame are going to have pretty good series. I think the SMGs will do all right. Cammy has been turning it up, so really that just leaves attach. You could look at map 1 to 3 kills. The only reason I'm not going to go map 1 to 3 kills for here or for this pick is because if there's a map 3 and it's potentially Himmelmatt Expo, that map just, oh my god, explodes the kill count for everyone. Like usually everyone hits an over on that Himmelmatt Expo, especially if it goes to a round 5, and that just means there's just a lot of fluctuation in kills. But if it's like a what is it called, oh my god, I'm blanking on the name, in a CeeLo. If it's in a CeeLo control, then you know you might see that there's only like 10 to 15 kills for this guy in a map 3. So that might be the reason you want to go map 1 to 3 kills. However, I'm just gonna go simple map 1 to kill straight up, see if we hit that, and it'll be good. It'll be hopefully it'll be good. I'm hoping that we can hit that one as well. Next up, guys, the next play for us. You know we had to do it. We're gonna go map 2 kills here. We're going to take our boy Abizi, the First Blood King, the First Blood Mastermind for this team. And similar to like our pick in the previous 6-man where we took Mac on the under, this is kind of the opposite side of it. Obviously, we're going to take Abizi on the over. The guy has been playing insane in this S&D game mode, kind of right under Hydra with the best S&D play in the game right now. The guy is insane. He's great decision making, great at just picking up a 2-piece when you need him to. I love this line at 7.5. I'm glad it's not up at an 8. It's just at 7.5. So he just needs to get 8 here to hit that map 2 kill mark. We're going to take it at 7.5. Love to see it. Let's move on, guys. What are we thinking for Seattle? We're not thinking anything. I do not want to bet a ton on this Seattle team because really they're just untrustworthy. They have been abysmal. Let's say it. They have been abysmal this season, and outside of their second place finish in Major 1, they should have made a roster change about halfway through, and they tried to stick with it, and it just didn't work out. I hope they prove me wrong here, but I think they're going to be a 2-and-out team for this tournament. It's going to be sad they'll go out 7th, 8th, and then we'll see a lot of roster changes for Seattle. Obviously, Pred has no signage to this team. Sib as well as nothing for this team, so they can do whatever they want. They can go wherever they want, and I think there'll be massive roster changes for this Seattle team. So that's really why we're not going to bet on them, because of just all the animosity we've been seeing with that team recently. Let's move on from there. As you can see, guys, a lot of S&D picks, a lot of map 1 to 3 kill picks, because we love those map 1 to 3 kills, especially when it comes to tournament play. Map 1 to 3 kills are usually what you want to go with. Ghosty here, we're gonna take him on the under. Map 1 to 3 kills on the under. Reason being is, as I said earlier, this guy is the Hill Kitten. He loves to sit in Hill. He loves to collect time. Not a bad thing. Every team needs a guy like this on their team that's not putting up insane KDs. If you have 4 Slayers on the team, I mean, look at Boston. If you have 4 Slayers on the team, you will get very, very close to winning a lot of hard points and a lot of controls, but you'll always end up losing it because you're not playing objective. That is the reason why Ghosty was brought to this Optic Texas team, and that is the reason we're going to take him on the under in map 1 to 3 kills. This is a great line at 49.5. I was expecting this to be a little bit lower. 49.5 is great for us. We're going to take that all day. Map 1 to 3 kills on the under. If he does end up having a pop-off series, well then, too good, Ghosty. You played too good, my man. So yeah, we're going to take him on the under. Obviously, Dashy we took on the over. Not going to look at the SMG here, but you could look at a Shotzi or a Hook. I mean, Shotzi probably is a better bet if you're looking for an SMG to pop off. However, I'm going to avoid the SMGs mainly because of Major 5. They did have some rough showing. So we're going to go Ghosty here. Map 1 to 3 kills on the under. Going up against this Boston team, and we're going to just go right over the Boston team. The only pick I wanted was Snoopy in the earlier 6-man, and that's all we're going to do for them. But here we got some great picks for Toronto LAT once again. The first one being going to map 1 to 3 kills is Insight, guys. Similar to Ghosty, that guy is just the position AR straight through it for this team. Scrap plays the most aggressive AR in the league right now, and Insight is arguably playing the most passive AR in the league. And that, that kind of combo just works really well for this team. And Insight always there to pick up a really good position on the map, always, locking down lanes or just locking down a certain hill that, you wouldn't expect an AR to be there. Insight is always there. I mean, he may get some influential kills, some influential 2-pieces, but it usually is just out of the play most of the time because he's locking down a spawn. So that is why we love to take Insight here on a map 1 to 3 kills. Love to see that line go through. 47.5 is a little bit lower. I do expect it to hit, though, unless there's a crazy control series that he pops off in, then, well, that's too good. That's a bummer. But usually Insight's pretty much a lock here at the 40 or at the map 1 to 3 kill mark. Finally, guys, to round out this 6-man, we are going to go Envoy. Envoy on the over in map 1 to 3 kills. And similar to what I said when I was talking about Kleenex, I think these two are going to have a battle. We do have Kleenex in our earlier 6-man entry, and we'll take Envoy here in this 6-man entry. I kind of did my predictions the same in both 6-mans, but just chose different picks. Really is kind of the strategy I went for both of these 6-mans. So you can mix and match all 12 of these picks. I will show them at the end of the video. But yeah, Envoy here, map 1 to 3 kills. We're going to go over at 53.5. This is a great line for him. He has been hitting this over a lot of the time. And with Kenny, not being the step-up sub for this team, it's really been Envoy. Envoy has been the Dark Prince. He has been that guy just picking up the slays. He does take those routes, and he usually ends up pulling away with a 2-piece or more. I mean, the guy's been playing very, very well for this LAT team, and I do expect him here to hit the map 1 to 3 kills on the over. We love to see that one going through, and we're going to bet a cheeky $40. I think we'll just go 40 and maybe just get a cheeky 1K here. That'd be absolutely insane if we do end up hitting it. So I'll place that entry right here. I did knock out those pretty quickly. I hope I talked pretty quick. I hope you guys could understand everything I was saying. I know I did go through it quick, and we usually can go through some stats and that sort of thing when we do these 6-mans. However, when it is COD Champs, you gotta throw stats out the window, man. Stats don't mean anything at this point because this is COD Champs. Literally anything happens. Anything goes. We could go from one hard point where it goes 250 to 50, and then we have a 6-5 S&D, and then we have a 3-2 control, and then it's just whatever could happen. But there's blowouts and there's bang outs all the time. So we have no clue how these players are going to match up on the given day. It's just whoever comes out swinging. They're all top of their game, top of their class, and the best 48, or not even best 48 players now. It's the best 32 players in the world going at it in this tournament. So we are expecting some banger matches, hopefully the whole way through. That's what I'm predicting is banger matches, but you never know. There's usually some random 3-0 upsets. We've had a lot of 3-0s this entire year. I mean, we went a couple Saturdays on tournament Saturdays where it was nearly all 3-0s throughout the entire schedule that day. So it's been a very, very weird season. I'm really excited to watch this final match or this final tournament happen. It's going to be a great time. I'm really excited to get into all the matches this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do watch parties, but if I could, I would. I will be watching with you guys on the Discord. We'll be hanging out. We'll be talking about everything. It's going to be a really good time. Let's go through each 6-man entry here, starting off with the first one, the free entry for $5. We got Hydra on the over in map 1 to 3 kills, Mac on the under in map 2 kills, Dashy on the over in map 1 to 3 kills, Snoopy on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, Kleenex on the over in map 1 to 3 kills, and then Draza on the over in map 2 kills. I do apologize, guys, if the screen's a little bit smaller. My OBS kind of like screwed up. I can't get it to work right now, so we're obviously riding without no OBS this time. We are on our Streamlabs OBS, kind of our actual streaming deck. I just hit a bunch of the stuff, so definitely not our ideal setup, but it's just what we had to do in the time we were allotted. So we got to get it done here. We got to get this YouTube video out for you guys so we can get these 6-mans in. And then the second 6-man here is going to be Priesta on the under in map 2 kills, Attach on the under in map 2 kills, Abizi on the over in map 2 kills, Ghosty on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, Insight on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, and then Envoy on the over in map 1 to 3 kills. So a lot of map 2s, a lot of map 1 to 3s, and then obviously that one map 1 from Attach. But it is locked in here, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed this analysis. I did grind out these picks. I was looking at a lot of stats here for these picks. However, I didn't really have the time or didn't want to make this video 40 minutes long to show you guys all the stats I was looking at, but I did look at some stats to back this up. But really at the end of the day, stats are out the window because it is COD Champs. I mean, you can't necessarily be looking at stats all the time here, especially when it comes COD Champs time, because literally anything can happen. Anything can happen. I gotta keep saying it because people don't listen. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming back to the YouTube channel. I know it's been a little bit. I really appreciate everyone that's been hanging out with me in the Discord. And then also, guys, we're going to be live tonight at 8 Eastern. I mean, I might be live when this gets uploaded, so make sure to come check us out on Twitch tonight at Fraunz3. We're going to be hanging out with chat, talking about these picks, and then we're also going to just be vibing in our Minecraft solo world. I love playing Minecraft, and obviously with COD kind of winding down and the season or the last couple seasons of COD being pretty much unplayable with hackers and stuff, kind of just ventured into other games. So we're going to be vibing in the Minecraft world, but we can still talk about COD, still do whatever we want. Make sure to come out and hang out with us. It's been an absolute blast. I'm really excited to get back into Twitch streaming as I have been out of town. So thank you so much for coming back, coming to hang out. We are back in the apartment, here to stay, here to grind out those videos for you guys, and here to grind out those picks, and then also be live on Twitch. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to like if you're tailing, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.